Well, it seems like social media is becoming the most toxic invention ever made. Look at what it's doing to people, man. I did a post earlier, I think it was the day before New Year's, where I was talking about how social media and thought culture is not only killing hip hop, but also killing civilization as well. And let me take on the hip hop effect first. Look at the news nowadays. Music is secondary in everybody's topic. Everything is about who's fighting who's beefing with who's sleeping with who's a savage, who clapbacks. It's all thought culture now. You don't really hear anything relating to the music anymore. Even the promotional stunts, it's not nothing music wise anymore. It's all about who's cheating on who and who's sleeping with who. Just like with Cardi B and Offset. I've heard more news about what she's doing, who she's sucking, who she's stripping for, her IG posts, who she beefing with, versus her Privacy album. Are anybody gonna still be bumping that in 5 years from now? Because it seems to be that's the only way now to get noticed. And music is no longer the benefactor of what sells. Now you gotta be a character within IG, and IG is making even these so-called gangster rappers look terrible. It's making all artists now it's robbing the creativity. It's robbing the creativity of the art. Because now folks are getting lazy. They don't want to put their thoughts on the track. They want to go ahead, post it up on the gram and keep it moving. But see, look at what's going on now. It's creating the domino shift. Now you're giving the world access control. Whereas people had to pay $13 to $14 for a CD of your thoughts and you speaking your mind. Now you're putting it all out there in the open for the internet for everybody to have a turn to judge. It didn't used to be that way. For example, a lot of people didn't like Public Enemy. Outsiders didn't have access to Public Enemy. Public Enemy was ours and we supported them. You didn't never have people that didn't listen to hip hop dictate what Public Enemy should say or shouldn't do. You never had pencil chewing nerds sitting there being outraged about a Chuck D record. For one, it's not in their lane to discuss. And number two, we didn't make music for them. See, the way it's looking now, with it's so open gated, now we're creating new gatekeepers that are basically the polar opposite of whom we came up under. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is you had to earn your rank to be a partake in this culture. You had to earn your rank. You had to pay your dues. You had to go to journalist school. You had to touch soil. You had to shake hands. You had to chop it up with the artists to gain that respect. You had to pretty much go out there and earn your keep to be a part of this, so that way you could be the voice of the culture. Now it's not like that, because nowadays people pay attention to numbers, and that's the only thing that's been a factor. So now you have guys coming in, don't have no understanding of hip hop and what it is. They don't have understandings of what Black America goes through. They don't have any general idea of the struggle. They're becoming the gatekeepers. And the result is, when you have an open gated community, you see all kinds of debauchery being opened up now. Why are we giving people that listen to Kylie Jenner a voice and a platform to chime in on what Jay Electronica says about Farrakhan? Why are we giving people like Kim Kardashian a lane to chime in on a Chuck D record? I'm using this by example. Because now everybody has a voice. And that's bad. Because now a career can be ended by some geek or some nerd or some punk that stays in his mommy basement. He could be outraged about something that you said 10 years ago. And he could retweet that, and all of a sudden he gets a voice. He gets a support system. He gets a platform. And that's exactly what is happening now. And now the celebrities, you see, it's too much access now. It's too much access to the celebrity. Back in the day, you didn't have hardly no access to the celebrity. The only time you had access to the celebrity if you worked within the business. Now it's not like that. Now these niggas can go on IG and say all types of crazy stuff and feel no repercussion. This is the dynamic that we're dealing with right now. Now you have everybody feeling like they're a part of the universe. Whereas back then you had to work to be a part of that universe. So now, if this was to come out, then you could have a bunch of nerds that don't even listen to hip hop shut down an Ice Cube record if it was to come out in 2018. If he would have came out with the same energy like a death certificate, it would take some nerd, some punk or some mark that stay somewhere in the burbs, don't even listen to hip hop, don't even know who hip hop is. He could create phony outrage, repost it, and bam, his record get taken off the shelf. This is what we dealing with, man. So how can we combat this in 2019? We have to go back to checks and balances. We got to stop letting everybody in our culture. Hip hop has became not only hip hop but the community period. It became so open gated now, and we letting anybody in with their different slighted mindsets to come in and dictate and tell us how we should run. And we can't have that anymore. So if you want to build with me on the brotherhood, not only subscribe, hit me up, and let's get this thing going. I'm out.